It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Brandon Ayuk. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the 49ers and the Ravens on Monday Night Prime Time.
It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this, not your typical Monday night. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Merry Christmas to you and yours, everyone at home. But, Charles, this, the third of three here on this Christmas day. We saw the 49ers, remember, on Thanksgiving night as well. Now they're back, looking to turn the tables on the team that got the better of them in Super Bowl 47.
And that was a decade ago. And that was brother versus brother. That was the storyline. One still remains, but the storyline that exists today, two really good teams getting ready to go at it.
It's the nightcap to a big Christmas day full of football. The Ravens and the Niners. Off we go from Santa Clara. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Ravens.
When you're the face of a franchise, the focal point of an offense, sometimes we probably think that individual awards don't mean a whole lot. But when you win Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, I think it still meant a lot to him.
And you and I saw it in person, obviously, going back, watching the film this week. His accuracy, just laser-like, a well-deserved honor.
Yeah, he was on point, wasn't he?
Jackson looking to throw right away. A short throw caught by Andrews. Powering his way forward. And he works free. A huge play there right off the bat. 62 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3's in. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense, and in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on, but his opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
You look at this Niner defense.
This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. Because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. But facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Clelin Ferrell able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
3rd and 3. Throwing here, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a
Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Niners at 11-3 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Look at this Baltimore defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I won't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now Purdy.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Clelin Ferrell, what a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. McLeod to return it.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
2nd down, here's Purdy to throw. That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now former sixth-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Purdy. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, middle. 13.
On the option right is Jackson. There he goes, right side. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 49 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
On 3rd down, here's Purdy.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Throw caught there by Willis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Purdy now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Still going.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
Hey,
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And the Ravens first down.
Jackson throwing quickly for Mark Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 49ers 30-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Odell Beckham. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the Niners 4-yard line.
Edwards. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Throwing here, Purdy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the 49ers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Purdy sets up to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. He's looking deep for Bell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Baltimore.
Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen to Hill. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
31. 49ers nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Purdy. Able to find Willis. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here's Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Desmond Ridder leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. George Pickens, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. The final, 32-14. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyle Hamilton picks it. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
13. Sit high. Hey.
Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
Play action. It's Jackson sliding out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's McLeod on the return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hey, middle.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
Hey.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson now. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Purdy looking to throw. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now it's Jackson. Incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Take it in at the 22. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Back to throw, Purdy.
That is incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as a defense.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Odafe Oweh.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
And the Ravens 1st down.
Now it's Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Second and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Now Jackson on second down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Zay Flowers with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49ers nothing.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throwing here, Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Returnable here from the 38. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. They set up the screen to Hill. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Purdy.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Purdy. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
22-yard line.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
On gain of 4. And this is 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Gus Edwards with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, it's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Purdy now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Purdy looking to throw.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Back to throw, Purdy.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Hey, middle.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
They run once more with Edwards.
105 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play.
Now a 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd
13.
down.
Hey, sit hard.
Jackson, option right. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. 3 and out.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
For the Ravens.
This is fielded at the 27. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
37 yards on the punt with no return.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away.
McLeod to return it. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Purdy. And this one's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. Across midfield.
And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Edwards. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
Now 2nd and 9.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
165 yards rushing for him now to this point. They need 2. Here's third down.
Hey, middle.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Hey, report for him.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.